Hello everybody and welcome to Wood Technology Part 1 with me, Mr. Patrick. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be a video series trying to cover the vast majority of the wood science and wood theory for wood technology. Every time I mention wood technology for my second and third years at the minute, that will mean materials technology wood. It's just a new name for the subject. So today, in this video, we're going to be talking about why I'm making these PowerPoints. I'm going to go over that really quickly. Some facts about trees you may not know, why we need trees, and basically types of trees. So differences in hardwoods and softs. It's going to be nice and quick. It's going to be bullet points. And at the end of every video, you're going to have a question to complete, and that's going to be it. So why I'm making these videos? I'm making these videos to let you do some work when you're at home. So you're not in class at a minute. So this is just an overview of some key points. All the points are not in this. I left my PowerPoint in school on my hard drive, so I've had to make these up. But this is just an overview of what you should know. So, key areas in wood technology. So it's basically broken down into two parts: the manufacture and the wood science. The wood science is the wood theory part. That's your test at the end. That'll be 30%. So that's understanding key principles, and the manufacturer is making cool things. Obviously the wood science and the manufacturer, they sort of are tied together, but at the end of your 3 years, that's what's going to be involved. So some things you may not know about trees. There's 3 trillion trees on Earth. About 15 billion trees are cut down each year, which is a huge amount of trees, but when you look at the amount of trees that are actually on it, it's a small amount. 3 trillion. So 1 trillion is equal to 1,000 billion. So there's 3,000 billion trees on planet Earth. So 3,000, and we cut down about 15 every year. So that is not too bad if the trees can grow back quickly. If you're cutting down really expensive hardwood trees that take 100 years, couple hundred years to grow, then that's really not sustainable. About 31% of the world's surface, not including oceans and lakes, is covered in trees, and about 20 to 30% of the world's oxygen is released by trees. Some people might think that's low, some people might think that's high. That's up for debate, I think. There's some scientists are different. You might have heard in recent weeks with the Amazon fires that the Earth's lungs are being burnt down, but the Amazon really only accounts for 25% of the oxygen released by trees. So about 5% of the world's oxygen comes from the Amazon. So not a huge amount, but enough to get worried about. The other 70 or 80% comes from plankton in the sea. And we're not going to really look into that too much, but if you want to, there's loads of stuff on Google. So why do we need trees? The first answer I'm going to get from 90% of the students is oxygen. We must have oxygen to breathe. That is correct. The second one is probably homes for animals. So forests are homes to a lot of insects and a lot of animals. So we have monkeys, tigers. Forests are a huge part of that. Even if you had a tree in the middle of a field, you'd have some birds nesting on it. Food. We get a lot of fruit and nuts, to name a few. So we have apples, oranges, nuts, cashew nuts. Protection from wind and noise, as well as soil erosion and water evaporation in the soil, and protection from UV rays from the sun. So when the noise is easy enough, soil erosion, the roots of a tree bind all the soil together, protect it from blown away with the wind. The canopy of a tree shelters the ground, preventing a load of water to be evaporated. And lastly, wooden materials and fuel. So we use a lot of wood in building houses. So a lot of houses in America and some houses in Ireland are made from wood predominantly, and we get a lot of pallets. Every truck that you see that going down the road has got pallets in it, and we use a lot of wood for heating the house. So here we have a couple of pictures of of trees that I found on Google. You can see that I got a load of native animals. There's koala relaxing, elephants, giraffes and monkeys. So different types of trees. We've got hardwoods or deciduous trees. These are broad leaves and these fall in winter. They usually have big branches. They take a long time to grow, sometimes over 70 years, sometimes a lot longer. I think one of the tallest trees in the world could be a couple of thousand years old. These hardwood trees, the wood is generally quite expensive because there is only 20% of the forests in the world are made from hardwood trees, and they're used in expensive furniture. Softwoods or coniferous or evergreen trees, they have a different type of a leaf. Their leaf, instead of being broad like your hand, it is needle-like, sort of like a pen or a pencil. They are usually straight and tall with small branches. They usually take a shorter time to grow, about 40 years. They're less expensive as they are more sustainable and they grow a lot quicker. 80% of the world's forest is softwoods, and they're used in buildings and cheaper furniture, so outdoor furniture, stuff like that there. I didn't say hardwood trees can be used for floorboards, as they're a little bit harder wearing. So can softwoods be harder than hardwoods? Yes, they can. Example would be balsa wood is a hardwood, is a lot softer than yew, which is softwood. Finally, what is the real difference between them? The difference is seeds. Okay, so when I go back to this slide here, these are general statements about hardwoods and softwoods. There is some trees in the hardwood or in the softwood variety that we classify nearly as softwood, but they are very, very hard wearing woods, and they sometimes take a long time to grow. So the general classification basically is the seeds. Hardwood tree seeds always have a shell around them. Example, an acorn, apple and a conker. Softwood trees come from seeds that fall from cones. So here's the question. I want you to do this and send it to me. Trees are divided into two main groups, coniferous and deciduous. Using notes and neat freehand sketches, tree characteristics of, or describe tree characteristics of coniferous trees. To describe using notes and freehand sketches, tree characteristics of deciduous trees. Give two uses of the wood from a coniferous tree and B, deciduous tree. So nice and easy. You may need to use your book for this, but generally I have all of those covered. That's part 1 done.